My kingdom come, this is my kingdom come. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the trade day results. I am looking at this now, and it is definitely going to be a two-part video thing. So I'm going to put the first part into just going over all of the trades and then looking at all of the trades, and then the next part is going to be me accepting and rejecting the trades. So there's about an hour and a half left on all of these players. There's an amazing turnout. Mostly everybody has a trade, which is awesome. Thank you for that. So I guess let's jump right into it. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sift through all of the trades, reject the ones that are troll trades and the ones that I don't really want, or the ones that don't not really add up, because there is quite a bit of them. I just woke up actually, so that's why I sound a little bit different, but I haven't looked at the trades since last night. I just went over and saw a bunch of people had a bunch of trades, so we can get into it here. We got Corey Crawford with one trade here, and it is Craig Anderson and 886k. I know Corey Crawford goes for about 20 and Anderson's like maybe 10, so I'm gonna reject that one, about 10k off. I mean, they're both 86 overall, but Corey Crawford is more desirable. He's a more wanted player out on the market. But we have Jack Johnson here, and he goes for about 20k. We got Sam Gagner, Colin Wilson, and 5k. So Gagner is one of those 86 overall players that's under 5k, which is kind of unfortunate. He's like Josh Georges, but you got Sam Gagner here, who's like, oh shit, sorry, I just hit my mic. But we got Sam Gagner here, who's like 3k maybe, and Colin Wilson's under 1k. So again, does not add up at all. You guys got to understand the market. Like, I'm all right with, giving up 3 or 4k, but not 25k. So we got David Krejci here with 4 trades. Bolig, no thank you. Much rather have David Krejci. We have Mike Ribeiro, Radim Verbata, and 1.5k. So Verbata's under 1k, or Ribeiro's under 1k, and Verbata is maybe like 2. So it really doesn't add up again. 7k, a bunch of random training. Krejci's like, I'd take probably 10k for him, so I'm gonna have to say no to that one. We have Green, Verbata, Henrique. Again, I don't need 4 random like 1k players, so I'm gonna have to reject that one. Still not accepting any trades, but I'm sure they will come. We got Ryan McDonough with 1 trade here. We got Brandon Dubinsky, Dubes baby, and Nathan Horton. The last sold McDonough I saw was 26k, so I know he's quite expensive. Dubinsky is probably like 1 to 2k. I know Horton's like 4k, so again, does not add up at all, guys. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm okay with losing out on a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So we have 2 for Alexander Semin here. We have Chris Neal's team of the week and Scotty Hartnell, and 6k. So basically, Chris Neal is a quick sell for me, anyways. He is like 585, it's like 5.8k, so pretty much 6k there, so 12. And then Hartnell is like say Hartnell is about 6, so again, doesn't add up. Almost, but not really. And then Thomas Grease, no thank you for that. I should probably turn off my notifications. That is extremely unprofessional. I'll do that after I cut the first part here. But we have Colton Orr with 1 deal, and this is Darren Hellman 900 pucks. I guess I'll take that when the time comes. If I don't get any other trades, why not? Gotta take one. I don't really care about losing out on Colton Orr too much. But we have Jerome McGinley here with two trades, and we have Sean Couturier. Does not add up. Iggy is about 7 to 8k, so Couturier is under 1k. It just doesn't add up at all. And Chris Neal, exact same thing there. So lowballing me, guys, once again, but that is just fine. What else we got here? We got 1 for Colton Orr there. None for any of these guys, which is kind of surprising, but that's all right. We got a lot of other trades here. We have Mike Smith with 1 trade, and that trade is Vinny LeCavalier, Brad Richards, and 21k. So I got to see how much Mike or Smith is worth. If he's worth about 30k, I'll probably take this. But actually, let's go check that out right now, because we're going through this pretty quick. Hold on, let's just go check out Mike Smith. I usually like to do this off camera, but why not? Phoenix, and he is Canadian. Maybe even be on the Olympic team. We got Phoenix here, and he is 40, 45. Yeah, so he's still a 40k goalie. Yeah, he's still Yeah, okay, so I would be losing out too much. If I went with a 35K bid, if it was like 30K and LeCavalier, yeah, I'd probably take that. But just because it's only 20K and I know I can get 35 out of Mike Smith, I'm going to have to say no to that one. And LeCavalier is like maybe 5 to 7K, so I could maybe make a little bit there, but I'd still be losing too much. So like I said, I'm okay with losing a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So we got some big guns here. We got Ryan Suter and Zach Parise, the $98 million men. Absolutely ridiculous. But let's start it off here. And we have Jeff Skinner and Pekka Rinne. So Jeff Skinner is, I actually saw this in trade last night, and it was Jeff Skinner is about 80K, which blew me away. I mean, look at his stats. They're downright nasty, but I had no idea he was worth that much. And Pekka Rinne is about 100, so that's about 180K there. I will probably take that. I wish there was some pucks involved, but that's just okay. We have Jimmy Howard, Dennis Seidenberg, Francois Beauchemin, Patrick Berglund, and 24K. So let's say Jimmy Howard's 30K on a good day. I'm not a fan of the Hockey Fights and Cancer cards at all. I mean, it's a great cause and all that stuff, but I'm not a fan of it. I mean, because they don't count towards your collection. They're just kind of weird. But anyways, Jimmy Howard's like 30K, so let's say that's like 55K. Seidenberg's like under 5. It just does not quite add up. So if we do get any more deals for him, we will come back to that one. But that one with Skinner and Rinne looks pretty nice, because I do have a Rinne here with 2 trades, so maybe I will trade him, get another one on the trade block. We have Zach Parise with 6 trades here. Let me grab a drink really quick. Okay, notifications are now off, so you get no more of that annoying blink. But we have Zach Parise here. Phil Kessel and 15K. So I know Kessel's 120K because I looked him up because I thought he would be one of the players that would be in this trade block. So 120K on a good day for Phil Kessel. I'll say about 110 to 115 otherwise. But okay, so Kessel and 15K, it really does not add up because Parise is about 160 to 180. He's kind of in that 60 to 80 market. I've even seen him go as high as 200, but that was only once. So I'm going to say no to that one. Okay, we have Phil Kessel, Patrick Marleau, JVR, and Colton Orr. So I don't know how much Marleau is. If he's like 50K, this may be a good trade, but I will have to come back to it. So I'll look up Patrick Marleau's price. We have Henrik Zetterberg. So this is pretty much a even trade. I do have a Zetterberg on my team, and I was either going to buy a Parise or going to buy a Zetterberg, and I decided to go with Zetterberg, but it's pretty much the exact same price. I mean, 180 for each, 165 on a bad day, plus 2K is nice, so I will delay that. That is the number one offer. We have 120K here in Tyler Myers. The reason I'm not going to take this is because Tyler Myers is about 40K. Actually, it's not that bad. It's about 160, but I'd rather Zetterberg, so I'm going to reject it. Yeah, Zetterberg is a more... Oh, wow, look at this trade, holy. But Zetterberg is a more sought-after player, but we have Joe Thornton and Marian Hossa and 2.5K, so I think that's going to take the cake once the time comes. That is a crazy trade. I think Host is like 100K, and I know Thornton's like 100. That's like 200K. Well, 202K, really. But I will definitely take that once the time comes. We have Bobby Ryan, Josh Georges, and Ryan Kessler, and a 15-game duration. So let's say Ryan's like 40 on a good day, maybe like 35. Kessler probably under 20 now. It just doesn't add up. I'm just going to waste my time here. But if we get any more offers for the little guys, doesn't look like I still that one for Colton Orr, but I'm sure the trades will pour in once the time comes. So the trades for Parise, we're going to nail it down here. We have, I have to look up how much Marleau is. So let's say that's 120. Let's say Marleau is like 40. Maybe that's a good trade, but I really like having one of those high-end players on the trade block, and Zetterberg would definitely fill that need, or I can get 2 really good players here. So we're definitely going to come back to that one. That is going to be a tough one to figure out. 2 awesome trades there. And let's move on here. We got Corey Perry with 2 deals, and Perry is going to offer us this random guy, thank you, and 30K Mike Richards and David Backus. So the last Perry I sold was for 60K, and that was like instantly. I put him up and he sold within like 10 seconds of him being listed, so I know I can get that for him. That is what I'm going off here. I don't think Richards is 30K. That's why I'm going to reject this. I believe Richards is under 20. I may be wrong though. I know he's one of those 88 overalls. It's kind of cheaper, but I know Corey Perry is $60K at the least, so I'm going to reject that one. Thank you for the offer, though. That's very, very, very good. But we're going to move on here to the next player, and the next player is going to be, making sure I have no other trades. We have still the 1, and it should be 3, yeah. And we have Pekka Rinne with 2 offers here, and Rinne is going to Ryan Miller and 1K. So I know Ryan Miller is not as much as Pekka Rinne, that's why I'm going to reject that. 2 very, very, very good goalies, though, and the 1K. It's average, but I'm going to reject that. We have Anthony Niemi, Sean Monahan, Nathan McKinnon, and Jonathan Drouin. I do like Niemi, I really do, but I know that McKinnon and Drouin, they are like maybe 25K for a package. So I know McKinnon's about 15, and yeah, I'd rather not take that. It's a decent offer. I like the players, but I'd rather just stray away from the 4-for-1 trade, especially if they're not players I'm going to be using or players I can get a decent amount back for. So we got Joffrey Lupul, team of the week here. We have Wayne Simmons and 52K, so that's actually not a bad deal. I'll probably take that once the time comes. We have Lupul, Ott, and 6K. I think I know who traded me this. I'm going to have to say no, though. Sorry, buddy. We're already at 11 minutes. Wow, okay, so no more trades for these guys. There's still a lot of time, though. There's an hour left, so we're definitely going to have to be a 2-part video here. But we're going to move on all the way over to Tuukka Rask has none, which is kind of surprising. Maybe more will start to pour in. But okay, we have a lot of trades here. 6 for John Tavares. And the story about John Tavares is I accidentally put him up for 100K. So he's going to get a bid. I've seen a couple today with 135K bids. So there may be a little bit of a bidding war. I may take pucks, I may take a trade, who knows. But John Tavares here is 6 trade offers, and the first offer is a bunch of crap. Get out of here. Patrice Bergeron, Alex Hemsky, and 60K. So I pulled a Bergeron yesterday, and I saw like the max he was going for was like 45K. So I'm going to have to reject that one because it does not quite add up. We have Matty Duchene and 3.5K. So Matty Duchene is only about 100. I've seen him drop as low as 85, and I know for a fact I can get 135 for Tavares. So decent offer. I wish was a little bit more in there. That's my Facebook going off. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that is, yeah, that's pretty crazy. But, sorry, Phil Kessel and David Krejci. Phil Kessel is about 120. It's actually not a bad trade. If I don't get any other offers or any other bids, I will probably take that Kessel, because Kessel is a highly sought after player, and Krejci is about 10, so it's about 130K. It's not a bad trade, actually. 71K, no thank you. I know I can get 100 out of Kessel easy, and this guy, no thank you. So we're moving right along here. We're almost done. There's going to be tons of more trades once the hour is up. We got another trade for Colton Orr, actually, and that trade is going to be 2.7K and a bunch of stuff and a pretty cool logo there. I think it's a Shawinigan. I forget their name, but I'd rather take that over Darren Helm. So I'm going to reject the Darren Helm trade, and that is now the front runner for the Colton Orr. I'm probably going to have one of those type players in every single trade day where I'll kind of just take whatever for, and Colton Orr is probably that guy for this time. But still 1, 3, and then should have 1 for, yeah, there he is. So we're moving right along. We have 1 for Tavares, 1 for Jason Spezza, and that trade is going to be Dustin Brown. I hate Dustin Brown. Dustin Brown, Dave Bolland, Alexander Semin. So Semin, I'm going to say, is 20K. Dave Bolland, I'm going to say no to that one because I know Spezza is actually... No, I probably should have taken that one now that I didn't even realize that Spezza was on the left wing. I know he's worth a little bit less when he's on his incorrect position, but that's just fine. If you want to... come back with a trade, I'll probably take it. Semin is a pretty sought after player, so maybe, yeah, okay, I'll probably take that one if you do counter offer. But we have Tyler Myers here with 2 trades, and it is going to be Nazem Kadri, Shattenkirk, and 9K. So Kadri, I'm going to say, is about 5 to 10. Shattenkirk is like 10 to 15. This doesn't add up to like the 45K or 40K that Tyler Myers is worth. Exact same with this trade here. Scotty Hartnell, Ryan Callahan, Mark Giordano, team of the week. This doesn't really add up to the 40K that he is worth. But we're going to move right along here to a couple more players, and that is going to be the first part of this, and then the next part is going to be me actually accepting all of the trades and doing my price checking and all that stuff. So stay tuned for part number 2. But we have Henriksen here with 5 trades, and he has, Olli Jokinen. Get the hell out of here. I should accept that just to quick sell him. God, I fucking hate Olli Jokinen, but let's get that asshole out of here. We have 23K, Luke Shen, Vladimir Tarasenko, Team of the Week, who is downright nasty. I have him as my captain, boosted to 99. He is unfucking real. But 20K for Tarasenko, I mean, maybe under 10 for Luke Shen, so that's like 50K. It doesn't really add up, so I'm going to say no to that one. Decent, though. Neil Yakupov, Evander Kane, Keith Yandel, and 14K, so let's say Yak is 5K. Kane, I'll have to do some price checking on that one. Probably not, though. We have Ryan Getzlaf and Travis Zajac. Let's say 50 for Getzlaf and under 5 for Zajac. Again, does not add up. Sedin is about 70K. I've sold a couple for 70K just like that. But Brooks Lake, Yuri Toluski, who is one of my favorite players in the whole game. The dude is unreal. Chris Stewart and Tuomo Ruutu and 415 pucks. You could almost classify that as a troll trade, so I'm going to say no to that one. But let's move on here. I think we have 2 more players, and that's going to be the end of this first part. So I'll put either an annotation or a link in the description to part number 2 when that part is up. We have another trade here for John Tavares. That trade is going to be Olli Jokinen. Oh, no way. We got the Jokinen train coming. No. Oh, God, I hate Olli Jokinen. Let's move on. 3 for him, 1 for him. And we got Patty Kane with 5 deals now. Okay, so we have Chris Mason, exact same crap. So this same guy with the troll trades. Ooh, Claude Giroux in 10K. I do not like Claude Giroux in real life or in this game, but Claude Giroux is nasty. And 10K. So let's delay that one. I'm gonna do some price checking. Ooh, whoa. Okay, so Henrik Lundqvist. Oh baby. That is going to be the big money ticket in this trade. I think he's like 300K. I'll probably have to do a price check on that one. But Bobby Ryan, Henrik Lundqvist, and Brian Boyle, Team of the Week, and 19K. So if Lundqvist is like 300K, this is a very, very good trade. If he's not, then we got to figure it out. So maybe he's only like 200. I'll have to do a double check on that one, but we have a bunch of crap here. So we have Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Team of the Week, Plekanec, and Paul Stastny. Decent offer, but does not add up. Patty Kane is worth a shitload. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of price checking here to see if I have any last minute deals. Probably the Jokinen trade. We have 2. Wait, what am I looking at? 2 for Enstrom? No. 2 for Iggy, probably the Olli Jokinens. Oh, okay, no. Michael Neuwirth and 7K and Niskanen. So I'll probably take that one, 7K and Niskanen, when the time comes, because I'll pretty much take anything for Iggy. He is like 7 to 8K, so I'll probably take that, but I will reject this Michael Neuwirth one, and there you go. So I'll take that one when the time comes in about an hour and 5 minutes. We got 1 for Iggy still, and I think that's going to be it. 3, and then we got 1 more for Pekka Rinne here. Trades are pouring in. Derek Steffen, Paul Stastny, and Ryan Miller. Okay, so Miller, I'm going to say Miller's like 70K. No, I'd rather keep Pekka Rinne. He's a much better goalie, and he's worth about 100K, so it's more than what Ryan Miller is worth. Decent offer, though. Think that's going to be it, and then we're going to cut the video here, unless there's any more deals that come last minute. Or not last minute, but last second here. I don't think there is. Still got the 1 for Tavares. Probably going to be Olli Jokinen. Yep, there he is. Oh, I should accept it just to quick sell him. God, I hate him. All right, I'll see you guys in part number 2. We're already at like 20 minutes. Oh man, I should start making these trade days much smaller, because this is a boatload of trades to have to go through and record and edit. So maybe I will make it smaller for the next one, but this one is going to be a big one. I gotta do some price checking, and I'll see you guys in the next video.